Let me tell you, you guys got some big American heroes and American culture, and you make movies about them and stuff. Canada, we don't. We just pretend like he did his job. Fuck off. This is our unsung hero.
The one-eyed scout who liberated a whole town by himself. All right, let's
like
go.
The town still sell it. They have a big party in that town to this day for Leo. Like his streets named after him in this town.
This is 11 minutes. Is this whole thing going to be interesting?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Leo Major.
He's a badass.
The one-eyed scout who liberated a whole town by himself. In World War II, for the Canadian effort, one soldier stands out from all the rest. Leo Major. In 1940, at the age of 19, he joined the Le Régiment de la Chaudière of the Canadian Army. Private Leo Major first saw action at D-Day in France, taking part in the Normandy landings on June 6, 1944. Straight away, he distinguished himself as a scout behind enemy lines by capturing a German communications half-track full of secret code books. He then forced the captured crew to drive the Hanomag towards friendly lines. Leo had to climb on top of the vehicle to get them to stop firing as they drove closer.
So how scary is that? Your own gun to shoot at you.
And you have to be like, okay, I'm going to get out.
Let me get
one of these bullets doesn't hit me before they notice what I'm wearing.
When the English officer asked Leo to hand over the Hanomag, Leo refused outright, stating that it was a Quebec man who captured it, and so it was handed over to the Chaudière Regiment. A few days later, Leo unexpectedly encountered a patrolling elite Waffen-SS unit. In the ensuing firefight, he managed to kill 4 of the enemy soldiers, but one of them, fatally wounded, managed to throw a phosphorus grenade, and Leo was hit, damaging his left eye badly. Remarkably, he refused to be sent home, stating that he only needed one good eye to aim a rifle. Quickly, he returned to the front line and continued to act as a scout and sniper for his unit. He was involved in the month-long Battle of the Scheldt in Holland. One day during this prolonged battle, Leo's commanding officer had ordered him to find the 50 zombies who had gone missing on patrol earlier.
Okay.
Leo was carrying out the reconnaissance by himself, as always wearing PT sneakers instead of heavy boots. I am frozen and
like
wet because of you.
Those Canadians with the sniper shot and their flip-flops.
Yeah, right. See, if we're gonna fucking do something, we're gonna be comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
While not finding the zombies, he did come across a garrison of German regular troops. Noticing a snoring German officer, Leo woke him up and then motioned him to order his men to follow him. One soldier raised his rifle, followed by 3 others who joined the firefight. After this, he shouted, "Achtung!" and "Handen hoch!" and the garrison quickly decided to surrender to him. He then single-handedly marched 93 German soldiers back to the Allied lines. Leo then handed over 93 German prisoners to his speechless commander. For his act of bravery, Leo was awarded the Distinguished Conduct Medal, which is the second highest award in the British and Commonwealth. He declined the medal, feeling the British commander, General Montgomery, who was going to present him with the award, was incompetent and therefore in no position to give it. Then in February 1945, as his unit was...
Yeah, fuck your medal. I don't need your medal. I didn't need my eye. I don't need your medal.
It'd be like Biden giving you the medal, like, I don't want it.
And you're like, oh, yeah, I'm good.
I'd rather not have it.
Fighting in the Rhineland in Germany, the Bren gun carrier he was traveling in hit a mine, killing all its occupants, except Leo. He was severely injured, including 2 badly broken ankles, 4 ribs, and his back in 3 places.
Damn.
Leo again refused to be shipped back home. He returned to his unit in time for their final attack to clear Holland of the last of its German occupiers. So on April 13th, 1945, the Allies were preparing to attack but were unsure of the strength or deployment of the German forces in the town. That evening, Leo and his friend Corporal Willie Arsenault volunteered to carry out a recon of the area. The city was planned to be...
Are they both wearing white shoes? I want to see his shoes.
When the two approached the outskirts of the silent...
Hold on. This is Willie?
That's Willie, yeah.
You know Willie Robertson from Death
attached.
Dynasty? He wears a camouflage.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
The Germans spotted Willie after his grenade bag made a rattling noise, and he was killed by enemy machine gun fire.
Damn.
Leo took 2 of them out,
See?
with the others fled
Didn't
in
have
a
the quiet
vehicle,
sneakers on.
using his submachine gun and bags full of grenades. He hijacked a nearby German scout car, disarming the driver and taking his MP-40, adding a 3rd submachine gun to his inventory. Leo made him drive to a hotel, then entered a bar. There, he disarmed a German officer who could speak French to Leo, and he made him aware that the town was to be bombed. The officer understood, and in good faith, Leo handed him back his pistol, allowing him to drive off in the hopes that
Oh,
he would
Canadian.
evacuate his troops.
Can you get
How
more
Rather than
Canadian.
rallying it.
Right.
Just take your gun back.
I'm
I'm sorry. Here's your
sorry I
gun
had to
back.
do this.
Fucking
Tact.
Leo.
Leo moved around the town for a few hours in the dead of night, firing on any German units he came up against, throwing grenades and making as much noise around town as possible. His idea was to confuse the enemy into believing that they were under attack by a far larger Allied force storming the city. So as
I think
not to get
America
lost.
just ripped Rambo off from Leo.
I love the shoes.
4 times in the night he had to force his way into civilian houses to rest. Although terrified by his initial appearance once they understood he was Canadian, they looked after Leo. During
no
his
friends,
rampage, he
Canadian.
also attacked and set light to the Gestapo headquarters, further adding to the confusion. Then, finding the SS headquarters, he engaged in a firefight, killing 4 SS officers inside. By 4:30 a.m., the German garrison had fled the town, and Leo had single-handedly liberated Zwolle. Leo retrieved his friend Willie Arsenal's body and returned to his unit, who had yet to advance into the town. He was again awarded the Distinguished Conduct Medal, and this time he accepted it. After the
Nice.
war, Leo left the army and returned to civilian life.
Going back to work now. I have my fun.
With the start of the
Oh, good.
Korean War in 1950, Leo, though only 29 years old, was seen as a veteran with a special skill set and was recruited to rejoin the army and become a member of a special scout and sniper team. During the battle, Leo commanded a unit of around 18 men, repelling whole Chinese divisions. For his valor and leadership under fire, Leo was awarded another Distinguished Conduct Medal. Leo was the only Canadian to win the Distinguished Conduct Medal in 2 separate wars. He lived a quiet life afterwards, and in 2008, at the age of 87, passed away,
Damn.
having been married for 57 years and having 4 children.